Hello, everyone from around the world. Welcome to the Really Big Interviews here on SharingSuccess.tv. I am Darren Jacklin, and I am super excited. You want to take lots of notes during this interactive interview. I have somebody who is well-known around the world, and she's going to give you specific tips today. You also want to write down her internet website because she's going to teach you how to write a book. Every one of us around the planet right now has a book inside of us. And it's your intention, if you want to get that book out of you and into the hands of other people so that we can leave a legacy or make a difference in people's lives. My guest speaker today here at SharingSuccess.tv is someone I've seen create magic with words. She literally pulls the book ideas out of your head and your heart and then transforms them into completed manuscripts. She has turned speakers, business owners, and professionals into published authors around the world. She's created a unique book writing system that has resulted in more than 200 completed manuscripts. Her students have gone on to create six-figure incomes. They've sold their books in stores and have also made the #1 list on Amazon.com. One of her manuscripts was recently purchased for $1.2 million and is being made into a movie. Please welcome to SharingSuccess.tv and the Really Big Interviews, Ann McIndoo from Palm Springs, California. How are you, Ann?
Hello. Good morning. Hi, Darren. How are you today?
Oh, I am outstanding. It is so great to have you on the show. I know people from all over the planet are going to be taking notes and listening to you and want to go to your internet website today because you have something that I get asked many, many times around the world as I travel. Many people that I meet on airplanes, my live events, my idea party events, people at trade shows say, you know what, I've always wanted to write a book. And so as you know, I've been on a search, a hunt over the last several months trying to find somebody who's got a plan of action who can actually take people in a very short period of time and get them to actually write a book. And so I am grateful, really grateful to have you here on SharingSuccess.tv and being able to share with people all over the planet today in terms of how to take an idea out of their head, create it into a manuscript, and create it into a book. So, Ann, it's a pleasure to have you here from Palm Springs, California today. And how did you get started on this path in regards to doing what you're doing now?
Well, it's a really great story. I've always been a writer. I've always enjoyed writing. I love to write, and ever since I was a kid, I always wrote stories and journals. And as I got older, I started writing. And then for a long time, I had a computer training company. And one of my favorite parts about it is that after I would do an installation for the computers for the company, I would write their documentation manual, which was a step-by-step book on how to use their computer system. And I did that for 18 years, and it was very fun. I trained over 15,000 people how to use computers.
Wow.
And it was really, really fun, and I loved it. And in the meantime, I had started, and I eventually sold that company and retired, and I was just looking around and thinking, okay, now what? You know, I've retired. I have money, to live and enjoy my life, and, but there has to be more. I kept asking, now what? What do I do now? And in the meantime, I had started attending Tony Robbins events many years before, and I had crewed and volunteered on many, many events, and I loved it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do some contribution, and I called up Robbins Research and asked them if they needed any help. And since they knew me as a crew person for so many years, they invited me to come and work with their creative department. And so I started out just transcribing tapes and from events. And it was really interesting, and I really loved it. And they loved my work. And one day they asked me if I would like to work on a special project that I would have to travel to Canada, of all places. And I said, sure. And as it turned out, it was being the creative assistant to work with Tony Robbins in Vancouver. And that's what started it. And I had the honor and the privilege of working with Tony for 14 months on his book. He would speak the book to me. I would record it, and it was my job to manage all the transcripts and to create, to put them in order and prepare a chapter for him, which he would then review, and we would send off to the editor. So once that was done, once we finished that book, I discovered that I loved working with people to write their book. I loved working with Tony. So I started helping other people write their books. And here I am, 4 years later, with more than 200 books and having the time of my life.
Wow. Wow. And you know what? It really shows, and I can feel it in your voice, your passion, your radiance, your light, your energy, and your creativity just to really want to serve and make a difference to many people's lives around the planet who actually want to write a book and create a book and get that out to the marketplace or to their family or friends or loved ones, or create a website and market and sell their books on their website, or have a live event, whether it's a workshop or a seminar. So what has been your greatest accomplishment so far to date, and how did you achieve it?
Check out the Really Big Interviews hosted by Darren Jacklin. Visit sharingsuccess.tv to learn from experts and leaders from around the world.